All right, so we are going to graph another rational function. This one is a little different, where we're going to have something called a removable discontinuity pop up. So I'm going to write that word down. I'm going to be saying that quite a bit. So a removable discontinuity. So remember, a discontinuity is where your function stops, basically. So if you were to think about drawing your graph with a pencil, if you have to pick up your pencil from the paper, you have a discontinuity there. You have your function is discontinuous. So we are going to have a removable discontinuity. It's also known as a point discontinuity, but the more proper terminology is removable. So let's take a look at this. Remember that we should always factor, always factor first. So if we factor the numerator, we get x plus 2, x minus 2, all over x minus 2. And this is where the removable discontinuity comes in. Because notice that x minus 2 cancels with x minus 2 in the denominator, which just gives me the line x plus 2. Now, we cannot just cancel that x minus 2 factor and say we're good, we're done. That's all there is to it. Because if I plug in x equals 2 into this new function x plus 2, it's all good. I get 4. But if I were to plug it into my original function, which I'm saying this blue x plus 2 is equivalent to, then I also better get 4. But I get 0 in the denominator. X minus 2, so 2 minus 2 is 0, so I get 0 in the denominator, which is not the same thing as 4. So what I have to say is yes, I can cancel it, and yes, x plus 2 is equivalent to my original rational equation, but x cannot equal 2. And your removable discontinuity is this x equals 2. So your removable discontinuity is x equals 2. So let's go ahead and graph this. We have the line x plus 2. So we have our y-intercept at 2. And then we have up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, and then going in the other direction. And so we have this right here. But we have to be careful that I said that x cannot equal 2. So that means that I need to put a little hole at x equals 2, which is the point 2, 4. So there needs to be a hole right here. Now let's see if I can erase this without erasing my graph as well. No. All right, so that's okay. So we can bring that back. So let's go back and just start from the beginning when I was graphing this. So what I want to do when I graph this is put a hole at 2, 4. And so I'm just going to put a nice hole there. And now I'm going to go ahead and construct my line, making sure that the removable discontinuity is nice and clear. So there you go.